Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to show you how to fix a stuck motorcycle ignition. Now, if you have a bike where your key gets stuck in the ignition, it doesn't feel smooth anymore, and you're having problems turning the ignition, I'm going to show you how to fix that. Now, what you got to do to fix the problem is you actually have to lube the cylinder inside of the ignition. And what happens over time is that if you have an older bike, dirt, water, weather, contamination, all that stuff gets inside the lock itself. Now, if you guys can see on the camera, there's actually a little shield that protects the lock itself from moisture and stuff, but stuff still gets in there, especially if you have like a dirt bike, like this one, a supermoto, or an off-road bike, or a bike that sits outside. This bike's outside a lot, and a lot of moisture gets in there. So I'm going to show you guys how to lube the ignition. Now, what happens is that the cylinder has pins inside the ignition, and those can get stuck from dirt and contamination. They need to be re-lubed. Now mine is feeling very stiff. The key doesn't pull out very smooth anymore. It means the pins are getting stuck, and also it doesn't turn very smooth either. Now this can lead to a lot of problems. It can lead to keys snapping off inside the ignition and cause a lot of issues. So to eliminate that problem, we're going to service the ignition today, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that really easy. Now a lot of people will say to use WD-40 for this job. Don't use that. WD-40 is not good for lubrication. It's only good for keeping water out of areas. Now, some people, if you search on Google, will say use something called white lithium grease. Now, the problem with this one is, even though it says it doesn't freeze or melt, it actually can gum up inside the ignition. Ignitions are very tightly precision-made pieces of equipment, and you actually don't want to clog up the system. Now, what I've had great success with, and I'm going to use today, is I'm going to use what's called 3-in-1 Dry Lube for locks. Now, it penetrates and it lubricates, and it's anti-corrosive, and it comes in this little tiny can. It's super easy to do, and it works on all locks, ignitions, everything. Now, I picked this right up off Amazon. It's super cheap, as you can see on the screen. You can pick it up online. You could probably pick this up in any hardware store as well. Now, here's how you use the dry lock lube. So first you shake it up. There's like a little BB inside there that mixes up the solution. And then what you're going to do is you're actually going to stick this inside your ignition. You can actually go kind of deep to the bottom. And what I do is I spray and pull as I go. That way it lubes everything up. So let's do that. There we go. Super easy to use. And that should be really good. Now, after I give it a little spray, I'm going to take my ignition key and I'm going to move it up and down. Now, immediately, my ignition key goes in and removes way smoother. And also my ignition is turning smoother as well. I don't have any type of weird feel on the ignition. It's very easy to use. There we go. Now one done. Now there's also another one right here that can actually give a lot of problems too. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stick the tube in there, give it a little spray. There we go. Stick this in here. Boom. Turns a lot smoother, and my key comes out a lot better. Now, if you get any residue on it, just go ahead and wipe it off. I've noticed this stuff doesn't really stain or anything. It's not really very harsh. So if you get on anything, just go ahead and give it a little wipe off, and you're ready to go. Now, this one is ready to go, and now I can go ride with no problems. Now, if you want to pick up this dry lock lube, I'll place a link in the description where you can pick it up, and then your motorcycle will have a smooth running key just like this one. And I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to click that subscribe button. Check out all my other videos. I'll put it right here. Just click it right on the screen and become one of the awesome subscribers. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go for a ride. We'll see you guys next time right here on the channel.